My name is Kara, and yes, I consented to being on camera.
How does chivalry work in a lesbian relationship?
I'm out.
Are you kidding me?
When it comes to dating and relationships, who is typically seen as the prize, the man or the woman?
The woman, of course.
Who's the prize in a lesbian relationship? Both of them?
Yep.
Honestly, I really think it depends on the dynamic because, that gender neutral kind of equality can kind of go both ways. But honestly, I kind of think the woman's the prize a little bit.
Who's the prize in a lesbian relationship? Both of them?
Oh, most definitely both of them. I mean, everybody wins in something like that.
So then why aren't they both prized in a heterosexual relationship?
Because a man ain't a woman.
How does chivalry work in a lesbian relationship?
Who's more masculine?
Do women expect chivalry from other women or only from men?
Definitely other women too.
Well, I'm expecting it from a man and a man only.
Why is that?
Because I'm heterosexual.
Why does masculinity determine that men are providers?
I feel like it's back in the days hunting, it's always been the strongest, the tallest, the strongest that goes and get the food and bring it for the weakest of whoever the group, right? So a man is stronger than a woman physically, obviously. I guess that's the one that has to go hunting and provide.
Masculinity doesn't really have to do with if you have a penis or not. You can still be a masculine woman. You see women who are bodybuilders. I don't know. Being masculine is not just a penis thing. Vaginas can be masculine too, and penises can be feminine.
When women date women, who's responsible for paying all the bills?
Women date women? Oh, this is a cool question. Okay, I think it's 50-50, yeah. I don't know.
So why will women split the bills with women they're dating, but expect a man to pay for all of them?
This is awesome question. I don't know. I think because this comes from the image of femininity and masculinity. And if people portray it like that you have to be masculine, you have to be feminine, and then they agree, it's all about mutual agreement between people. Okay, let's agree we have this image of the world, or we have another picture of the world. We have picture of partners, or we have picture of provider. I'm masculine who has to provide, give me everything, and I'm woman, I'm just give my beauty. It's just about two agreement between two people.
Why are gay men more likely to be loved for who they are, while straight men are more likely to be loved for what they provide?
Because we expect that from a straight man. That's why.
Why do you expect that from a straight man?
Because that comes from, with a straight man, it comes from biblical days. With a gay man, it comes from modern days. So in the modern life, they don't expect that. But if you come from a straight life, basically it comes from biblical days, because that's what's put in the Bible.
What if you're not religious? Why should you be held to that standard?
Well, if you're not religious, you don't have to be held to that standard. But you asked me where it came from, and it comes from the biblical days. That's why I follow it.
But wouldn't that be kind of pushing your religion on somebody else by expecting them to do that when they aren't necessarily following the Bible?
No, because you ain't got to do what I do. You got your own mind. You do what you want to do. We expect that from a straight man.
I think gay men are already representing a whole different subculture, and straight men are fitting into a very traditional paradigm that is all about expectation of providing. So it's two different frameworks.
From the beginning of time, men have always been providers, so it's kind of what we know. And I hate to add religion to it, but it's kind of like the Adam and Eve thing. Adam has always been the masculine, and Eve has always been a feminine.
Why do straight men seem to care more about a woman's body count than lesbian women care about a woman's body count?
Because for a man to go out and come back with a woman, it takes a lot. It's very hard for a man to have a yes. If a woman goes with the intent of going out and coming home with a man, 100% she will. So it's the accessibility. It's harder for a man.
I don't know why. I can't say it comes to possessiveness. I think that men just sometimes are superficial, and they just want to have ownership over something, so they care how many people have had it because they won't want it to be taken away or something like that. But a woman, she just, I don't know, loyalty. Women understand women. And sometimes men can be like aliens to them, and sometimes women can be like aliens to men. So it's kind of, there's no way to answer these questions and be exact. It's kind of all situational.
Well, why don't you see lesbian women slut-shaming each other?
They do all the time. You don't watch Love and Hip Hop? That's all they do is shame each other.
I think that the LGBTQ community is judgment-free for the most part, and I think that they really do just focus on finding someone that they like, because finding gays is harder than finding straights, and they focus more on connection, whereas for a straight man, if the woman has been with a lot of people, I think that they feel like she's been around and they don't want that. Straight relationships are a little more judgmental, I would say.
If a woman is bisexual, does she hold her girlfriend to the same standard she holds a man to?
No, well, I should hope they hold them to a higher standard, because women there's more to get out of a woman. No, that doesn't sound.
We hold them to a high standard and we expect a lot from them, but we don't expect them to be men. No, we want them to be women. That's why we date women.
Why would any woman want to be the more dominant one when the submissive one gets to just show up and be spoiled?
It's just based on upbringing. So if you grew up looking up to your dad, you would want to be more of the protector in a relationship. And if you grew up looking up to your mom, you want to be more of the submissive one. That's all.
Why is it when a woman is tired of dating men, she often ends up dating a woman who looks and acts like a man?
I think she likes the masculine energy, but not necessarily the man. And so that masculine and feminine together in a woman is much more appealing.
She still desires masculine or protective energy. So she finds a woman who exudes that energy, but still has a little bit of femininity.
Why is it when men are tired of dating women, they don't date men who look and act like women?
They do. It's just done under the covers.
I think that women are a little more flexible with relationships and who they're into and what they're willing to explore. Men tend to have a little bit of a gay phobia. And I think that if a man is straight, he's straight all the way, whereas women tend to dabble.
If a woman is bisexual, does she hold her girlfriend to the same standard she holds a man to?
I wouldn't know if she does, but I think that she should. Sometimes I have heard that, guys say it's okay for girls to sleep with other girls, but they wouldn't want their girlfriend to sleep with another guy. I think that's stupid. I'm not sure if that's pertaining to the question, but it kind of, it's a double standard. I don't believe in double standards for any side.
If a woman is bisexual, why does her body count only matter with the men and not the women she slept with?
I think that women on women action is not frowned upon. It's people think it's hot and they're attracted to it, and they don't really count it because they count it as fun and not serious, whereas with men it's usually more serious.
If a lesbian has been with 50 women and switches to men, is she therefore still a virgin?
No, I don't think so. I think once you've had sex with someone, you're not a virgin anymore.
If men are to blame for being lonely, why aren't gay men experiencing the same epidemic of male loneliness as straight men?
I know a lot of my gay friends, and they're very lonely, so there might actually be an epidemic right now that we're not talking about.
Gay men don't face loneliness because they are basically dating their best friend. Being gay is like dating your best friend. As a girl or a guy, it's like dating someone who you could spend the rest of your life with, but it's fun.
Could it be because the loneliness has more to do with the quality of women?
No, I don't think so.
Perhaps. I think the quality of women is actually getting worse than it is getting better.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I think that the dating culture has been severely just tarnished, and I think that men nowadays are expected to provide and be off the charts, and women don't bring as much to the table, and women nowadays are not looking for as serious of a relationship as they used to.
I think loneliness has more to do with the woman that you choose. Because if you love sports and you date a woman who loves sports, then wouldn't the relationship be great? But if you love sports and you date a woman who loves shoes, you get what I'm saying? There is no quality.
Is sex more likely to be transactional between two lesbian women or between men and women?
Men and women.
Why?
think that's just the way that it's been.
If women are the ones who regulate the sex in a relationship, what does that say about how women view men?
Women can control men. They know that.
Women know what men want and like, and so they use that to their advantage.
I think that women are seen as sexual objects in a hetero relationship most of the time, not always. And men tend to feel like if they provide then and take care of their woman, then their woman needs to take care of their sexual needs. Whereas in a gay relationship, women with women or men with men, there is no standard for that, and they really just are together to be together.
Why do men need to have confidence and game to approach women? Do lesbian women need to learn game?
Yes, they do. I've been approached by lesbian women that embrace that masculinity and that strength and, being like sure of yourself, confidence. They approach the same way.
Why is anything women don't want to do labeled masculinity?
I think it's an excuse.
Why don't women have 50-50 relationships with men if they already apply it with women?
I don't know. What do you mean by 50-50?
Are women more likely to have equal partnerships with each other, but they have more traditional gender roles with men?
Yeah. I think with women, the expectation is totally different. It's a more equal footing.
I think it falls back on roles. I think that when women are with women, the standards are a little bit different. The expectations are different. And I think that with men and women, there's kind of like a certain outline or a routine you have to follow. And I think that's why.
And lastly, if a woman needs a masculine man in order to be in her feminine, why wouldn't a man need a feminine woman in order to be in his masculine?
This is so great question. It's somebody created that picture and trying to follow some storyline of whatever somebody has to be. And if you if you are full within yourself with everything, you don't need anybody. And then you just choose whatever you want to play in this world, in this reality. If you want to play the game that I don't want to do anything, I don't want to take responsibility, I'm just woman, feminine, you can play this game, and it's as well as like a man, like I have everything, what should I play? Maybe I want to play that I want some girl who is insecure and to feed my some ego, then you can display this game. But at the same time, again, whatever you want, or you're a woman, you just have everything. You have your job, you have money, you don't need anything. So why would you play this game again? It's just a social construct, whatever social construct you follow. So